Good morning slash good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of Blerd Lines Media, Blerd Lines Podcast, where you got your hostess with the mostest, Captain New, and then of course, young demigod. As you can see here,
Yeah.
as you can see here today, there's a lack of responsibility on this panel. We are
Yes.
there will be unhinged topics today. We're gonna go over the things that we plan on talking about, but that's gonna last like 5 minutes. We're gonna be reckless.
Mm-hmm.
One,
Mm-hmm.
I have things to do. Two, I haven't let loose in a while, so I need
I
to
mean, we
let
did let loose like a couple weeks ago
it
when
was it
Greg
was
was.
it was quite tame because Greg was here. There's no responsibility here. There's no one with the reins to pull us back. I will be reckless. I will be unhinged. Like I was in your chat for The Last of Us 2. I was
Oh
unhinged.
man,
I could
bro,
not control my
bro.
what I was thinking or saying.
All right, I'm sending you that overlay, by the way.
Okay, bad. I will update that here shortly.
Do you want it as a PNG or a JPEG?
Let me look at my files because I got to see what Greg sits it as
For sure.
because he's the responsible one here.
It's
So,
suggested PNG, but
thumbnails, JPEG.
Alrighty. And you don't know the size, I imagine. So
Well, no. Well, this usually it's always the same size. Pause.
the default,
Yeah. So it should be
for sure,
automatically there.
for sure, it's on its way.
So it will be.
I made my first overlay for the podcast. I feel kind of lit. I ain't gonna lie. Hey.
My nigga is happy. I am proud of him.
Showcasing the skills that Dad Pad taught your boy. You feel me?
I am happy for you. I'm proud of you. But excuse me. But we have a few topics we are going over today. Sorry for being late, but
Damn, boy,
shit
get that
happened.
frog out your throat.
I'm just getting my voice back, bro. I've been fucking down. Well, I've been like sick, but not like what you had sick. I just lost my voice.
Man, listen, whatever I had, they finally talking about it on the news,
Because
okay?
a lot of you niggas is catching it.
Listen, that shit is detrimental to your health, son.
Yeah, it is.
I was laid up for 16 days, my boy. Like, on some real shit. I came back from the Super Bowl on the 12th and I streamed, and then I was in the bed, laid up, half dead because my back was aching. Everything was aching. It all hurt. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, nah, whatever this is, it ain't COVID because it doesn't test as COVID. It ain't the flu because it doesn't feel like the flu. It's literally a new bug.
New virus, a mutated virus.
Yes,
And this shit
yes.
sucks. What I had tonsil stones. And
Tonsil stones.
yeah, bro, and they my wife said they were on both sides, and there was a lot of them. Cause I couldn't drink anything, I couldn't eat anything, and like it was hurting to talk. So I'm taking cough drops, for to get that menthol feel in there. Did not
Mm-hmm.
help. I did um, gargle salt water.
Yeah.
Barely, it helped for like 20 minutes. I popped like 13 fucking ibuprofen to get the swelling
Jesus.
down, and I had to be on a routine, bro. Ibuprofen lasts for like 4 to 5 hours,
Good
and I'm like,
Lord.
I had to pop them, so I went to the doctor. Funny enough, I went to the doctor. They to get tested for strep throat because my Jazz thought it was, and it wasn't. It was just tonsil
Mm,
stones.
mm.
So they went there, swab, and they gave me 800 milligram ibuprofen in this godforsaken liquid that numbs your throat. I know what porn stars use now because that shit numbs everything.
What the hell?
I swear to God, it numbs everything. And it's the worst taste I have ever had in my life. It is fucking disgusting. Bro, I wanted to throw up so bad because it was bad. So
What was it?
I can't remember the name. It's over there in my pile of drugs that I use for health.
Not your pile of drugs,
That's
sir.
what it is. Like people say your medicine. No, they're drugs. So
They're drugs.
I went to the doctor, and they was like, "So what you can do?" The nurse was hella cool. She was like, "You can go home. We'll give you this medicine. It's gonna numb your throat, and your wife can help you, and you can push them out." And I'm just a fool, and I told him, "Well, I don't have the same type of throat powers that my wife has, so this is gonna be quite difficult."
Bruh, you did not
I
say
swear to God, I said that. The nurse was like, "That was a good one, but if your wife was here, she would kick your ass."
that.
I'm like, "Absolutely," and I told Jazz I said it. She's like, "What the
That
fuck?"
is
She said, "What the hell is your
insane.
problem?" Like, I'm reckless. So,
Extremely.
but I took the medicine. I took that godforsaken BS, and like I feel a lot better. My voice is back because I couldn't talk for a while. So I'm feeling a lot better. Feels good. I've been outside with my son, hooping outside with Livy all the time because I hate being sick and down. And so,
Fair enough.
yeah. And then of
I'm glad
course,
you're feeling better.
appreciate that. Now we're going through some health things with the wifey. So that
Yeah,
it's luckily not what we thought it was.
that's
Um,
good.
yeah, but
That's
I can.
always good.
Yeah, dude, you have no fucking idea how I'm shaking in my boots on how terrified I was when we got the results. Because when the doctor said calls you the next day, that's not good.
Yeah, nah,
That's
when they call you the very next
it's
day,
not fucking good.
you don't want to hold off on that call just a little bit,
Right,
sir.
like nigga. But it was a blessing. The wife and I got a plan, get everything taken care of. There will be no more kids coming out of the Perry Institute. That ship is sailed. We're
All
we're gone.
right. All right.
Yeah, there will be none of that shit going on here.
Y'all done with that, huh?
100%. 100%. So outside of that, man,
That's all the nieces and nephews I'm gonna get out of the
out of
period.
this, uh, what they stable here? Yeah, you were
The stable.
yes, you're absolutely right, man.
That's hilarious.
How's your
That's
week been,
hilarious.
man? Talk to the people.
Man, my week has been fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Whole family had a fucking scare. Blood pressure's been running high.
Yeah.
Work has been on my nerves. But we completed The Last of Us 2 this week. So,
Now, do you understand? So, finish your week because I have questions about your experience.
all right.
Because me and Greg had the same one.
I finally started streaming again
Good.
after being sick and dying, essentially. We die a little bit every day. I'm not over exaggerating.
The first smack of
Um
cry, we all begin to die.
like no, for real. It's been a fucking week, but I won't say that The Last of Us completely made up for it, but it definitely made the week better.
That's good.
Uh The Last of Us 2 is peak. It
It is.
is peak storytelling. Like I have a few qualms. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like 100% happy with the game, but at the same time, I'm definitely giving it, in my personal opinion, on the Blerd Lines Media rating scale, a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I really feel like it's a great game. I think my only gripe, for real, is that I play with Abby for too long.
It's
Yo, what up, Twilight? How you
so
doing, Deacon?
Twilight. I think that's
I think,
everyone's.
yeah, I feel like I play with Abby for too fucking long, bro. And I want to get back to Ellie. And I know that, like, from a storytelling point, right? They kind of want you to
Excuse me.
be in Abby's shoes. You know what I mean? They want you to identify with Abby and understand Abby, and I get that. But bitch, we team Joel. We team Joel and
Period.
Ellie. Like
Period.
to the death of me.
Period.
I can't like I get where Abby comes from. Her dad died. He could have saved the world had Ellie just laid on the table, you know what I mean? Like I get it. I get it. But listen, we rocked with Ellie across the country, walking for most of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are just things that Ellie and Joel went through on their journey that are just gonna hit way harder than anything Abby could either explain or like we could play as Abby. Like the whole Scars versus Wolves war that happened in Seattle, that was crazy. That
Mm-hmm.
was a crazy event, but it was dope. I loved how they depicted everything. I really liked the mechanics and like the AI was really dope when it came to like searching for you and fighting you and stuff. Um, so like all gameplay and stuff was dope, but that story, like that point in the story was completely insane. Absolutely insane. Um and I don't know if y'all watch my streams and stuff on Twitch. I'm trying to clip it up, but when you get to the farm, that's a very cruel trick of Naughty Dog cuz I thought that the farm was the end. I absolutely thought that when you get to the farm and Dina's doing dishes and you picking up the baby, I'm like, nah, bruh. Nah. Ain't no way we just ended it right here. And you know, sometimes it's fun to gaslight, so the chat was gaslighting me or whatever. Yeah, this is the end. This is the end. You at the end. I'm like, nah, bruh. I'm not about to be herding sheep into a barn and call that the end of the game. But Ellie, Big E, excuse me, Big E was about that action, man. And I love that. I love that. I love how they had so many different twists and turns in the game and in the story. Um, I love the progression of the mechanics, you know what I mean? How enemies get, you know, a little bit more difficult as you play and you get further into the game. People start wearing body armor and stuff. Like it's
Shit get
really
real.
dope.
So,
It is.
so,
It does.
so I got a few questions. Let me go ahead and get this off. So,
Okay.
when you see Uncle Joe go through the pain that he had to,
Man.
did you
Man.
feel the rage that came out of Ellie's mouth when she said, "I'm going to fucking kill you"?
Yes.
And from
Yes.
that moment on, you
I
was
was
on her.
down.
You was down for the call.
I was
Everyone had to
down.
go. I'm betting in your mind you were saying everyone has to go.
Listen, they
Mothers,
all had to die.
everybody.
The pregnant lady, the black lady, you know what I'm saying? Like they all was involved, so they all got to go.
They
You
all
feel
had to
me?
die. So this is my thing. This is my thing. So let me keep it real.
Keep it a buck.
When we was in that hospital, when I first caught that first victim, I've never
Mm.
had a more focused train. I'm saying, I'm going to kill everyone on the road to you. I am not stop. I was Jason at that moment. There was no
Oh,
arrows. There was no
that's
pistol
funny.
play. It was 100% shot. I am pulling up and I am
That boy
dismantling,
said,
dismantling everything you represent. And then when it became the red room, I was like, oh, did Naughty, what that boy Mike Tyson said? Violence got my dick hard.
bruh. No, for real. For real.
My dick got
he
hard.
said, he said, no, I didn't come. I didn't come, but it got my dick
Got my
hard.
dick hard. Got an erection. I'm sitting here like, yeah,
got a direction.
hell yeah, boy. I'm sitting there like, yup, I am 100% behind that notion.
Bruh, yes,
And
yes.
and Naughty Dog they were cruel because you're riding this wave of murder and you're like, I'm here for it. And then they take it away. Like, have you ever had a
Man.
like a crackhead smoking that crack and out of nowhere you was like, all right, time to sober up?
No, I never
What?
had that.
What?
I never been a part of that.
Yeah.
But I
Well.
will say I will say I know what it feels like to not reach completion.
Exact that part. That part.
I know what that
That
feels
part.
like. So you know what I'm saying.
That part.
It's a similarity. You
The
feel me,
rage that I felt of not finishing. Hey
bruh?
Talia, how you doing? So
What up?
I'm sitting here raging. And then they trying to force me to understand this big burly bitch feelings. And I'm like, I
Man, listen.
understand. Even I at the end of The Last of Us 1, Uncle Joe is wrong. I get it.
Yeah,
But at the
yeah,
end
he's
of the
absolutely wrong.
I
He's absolutely wrong.
but you know what? With my own homies, wrong or right, I'm riding with the gang.
Yeah, man, we had to ride. We had to ride. Like Joel, absolutely. No, call me messy, please. You gonna have to
Oh,
change your
okay, Messi.
your YouTube name, Messy. You gotta change your YouTube name. But no, Joel was absolutely wrong at the end of Last of Us 1. He could have saved the world.
Yes.
Literally the world. They could have had vaccines and been shooting pure bullets at the zombies and shit and turn them back into regular people. But yeah, nah, you definitely had to ride. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna go across the country with this man, and then all of a sudden you gonna turn on him?
It was the point where I was doing anything for Ellie when we were in Last of Us 1, when Uncle Joe was hurt and she got kidnapped by that one guy that tried to get on her. And
Yes,
Uncle Joe's like, "No, baby, come to
yes,
Uncle Joe. I got you. I got you."
yes.
That right there, I get it.
I mean, at that point, you knew that he would do anything for Ellie.
Right. And
And if
it's
it came down to it and she was going to die, I feel like at that point, you kind of knew Joel wasn't about to let shit just ride.
Uncle Joe ain't with that.
He wasn't about to let shit just ride. You
So
kind of knew that.
so my question is for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's two. It's two.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How did you feel at that last fight between Abby and Ellie? Where were your thoughts? Exactly. Okay. Okay. At the end of the game, because me and Greg had this feeling. Did you feel? What did you feel at the end of the game? I'm curious because I will tell you what me and Greg felt, and I want to see if you felt the same.
Okay. For me, as far as the boss fight goes, without like, any spoilers, even though the game has been out for years, um, I think that in the moment that Ellie had her flashback of Joel, I think that she spiritually, subconsciously, like got her satisfaction, right? Because technically she won, right? She won. Let's just put that out there. She technically did beat Abby. Granted, Abby is still alive. She had the power and Abby was completely helpless. Let's say that. Okay. I think that her humanity and her kind of morals are literally what saved Abby.
Good, Ray.
Yo, what's good, Ray?
Okay.
I think that had Ellie abandoned whatever morals she had in that moment and just went through with it, I probably would be happier as a player. But I think that Abby or Ellie would actually be tormented as a character even further.
Okay.
And so, for that reason, I'm not particularly happy with the way it ended, but I do understand why it needed to end that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a caveat because at the end of the day, we wanted her to kill Abby.
The rage of death did not stop.
Yeah, bro. Mesmer's flame was going to invoke everything. Mesmer's flame was going to engulf everything. But I think had that been the case, you know what I'm saying? Like, Ellie wouldn't be able to live with herself even more than what she was feeling before she fought Abby. Like, the whole thing about it was that her grief, you know what I mean, with Joel and not being able to truly reconcile things, which they did reconcile, but it wasn't, I think, satisfying for her. And this is why she continued to have the nightmares and the daymares, honestly, that she was having. And had she killed Abby, I think that would have continued.
Right. Okay. I feel that. Yeah, I was going to ask about that moment where I told you, remember this moment and that flashback of her and Joe, like Ellie was saying, I don't know if I can ever forgive you, but I'm going to try. And at the beginning of the game, that was her trying, setting up the hangout date with Joe by watching, one of his favorite old Western classics.
Right.
And her seeing the guy that basically raised her, loved her like a true father figure, dead, had that rage. And so I believe towards the end, Ellie was just so encompassed in emotions that she was able to, I don't think vengeance, her saying vengeance is not okay. It was just saying, I have to let this person go because Joel is not coming back. And then I think the real hit happened after when Abby bit her fingers off and she was unable to play the guitar. I think at that moment, Ellie really sat there. It was like, the one connection that I had with Joel with playing music won't ever be the same. And for me and Greg, our feelings was the same about this game. I'm fucking tired. I am drained. I am emotionally drained.
Yeah.
After looking at, like, I'm going to replay it now, being open-minded on Abby's side. No, I'm not being on her side. I will just see it from her viewpoint, being like, okay, I was emotionally drained already. But if I actually open up and see it from that side, I like, this game was supposed to drag me through. I am a beaten body. So for me, I think the game, storytelling wise, is 10 out of 10. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Uncle Joel had to go. They had to push the story. It's like our favorite characters dying in anime and manga. You know what I'm saying? I cried. Real
Gojo
tears.
had to go.
Not even Gojo. I cried real tears when Ace died. I am an Ace. I am a white beard pirate. I'm getting the tattoo on my.
Ace was that I don't feel like Ace was that detrimental to the story, though.
Bro, the way Luffy screamed and cried.
I get that. That's his brother.
And then the white beard stand, bro, because I relate that to me.
Now, white beard standing, facing all of his assailants and no marks on his back. Now, that was crazy for me.
Bro,
but
Ace and Luffy's relationship is like me and my little brother. So it's like, I'll stand on business. Like Itachi and Sasuke, I stand on business for little bro.
That.
And like when he like, it was just like, cause Garp in the situation, like at that moment was so hard when Ace protected Luffy and Luffy seen Ace with that hole in his chest.
Right.
And you see, like, because their relationship was like, oh, this is my little bro, I'm pulling up. And it was just, you started seeing the backstory of them were kids and they grew up. And then you see the emotion of Luffy, his tears falling down. And then you see Garp getting pinned down, saying, you better keep me down because I'm finna go kill this motherfucker. I don't care where I go after this, but he gotta die. And then you see Whitebeard turn his back around to look at his fallen son. and he walks up behind Akanu and punches that nigga with the force of God. I'm talking that I literally stopped watching and reading One Piece for 2.5 years because of Marineford. Okay, I'm talking about.
For 2.5 years.
I was emotionally attached to the Whitebeard pirates. That was my crew. I love Shanks. I love the red hair pirates. I love them niggas. But I resonate with Whitebeard and what they do. Like that
Okay.
was just so that I loved him. Like people say I want to be a straw hat, and I get that. Zoro gangster, his whole team gangster. But Whitebeard was there at the beginning. He was just the OG of the sea, where he basically gave. He actually saw Shanks grow up. He's like, oh, he's that guy. You know what I'm saying? And then he went after, because me and JP talked about it yesterday. The fact that Ace died standing on business. You gotta respect it because Blackbeard killed the homie. He killed one of the crewmates, and Ace was like, "Oh, bro, I know Whitebeard told me no, but cuz we gotta handle this. I gotta shoot this one like 1-on-1." And it could have been avoided, but Ace stood on business for the crew. And Whitebeard was like, "I'm pulling up for my homie. Like that's my son. Come on." And bro, I just,
My
just,
son.
for real, 2.5 years, I could not watch One Piece. Like I could not, because I was attached. He's right there. He's right there with Whitebeard's
Right.
weapon sitting on a throne. Like I'm serious when I say I fuck with Shanks. I mean Ace, tough. And then Shanks is over there and then Whitebeard. Like bro, I'm tears. Okay, tears. Like we're tears. So
I'm with you.
yeah. So it's like it's understandable, bro. So that's emotional attachment to these characters. Like they have to go to progress the story. Like Ace had to go for Luffy to be distraught and in a place of void, and then seeing his crew disappear in front of him, break
Yeah.
him down to nothingness,
Yeah.
then have him come back with "We will meet back up" with the date on his arm, standing on One Piece is the greatest anime of all time. Like I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. I guess we can get into the anime awards then.
Yes. Yeah, that one. I'm glad you understood. We're segueing to anime awards.
I guess we can get into the anime awards. So it looks to me like JJK swept
It did what it
on
looks
some
like.
on some Elden Ring shit.
What's
man.
up, T Wheel? What's up, T Wheel?
Yo, we got the Dawn in the building.
Hell yeah, I got it,
bro.
I got it right here. Let me pull up my.
Pull it on up. Pull it on up.
So everyone, right now we're going to start into our first topic of the day. It's the Anime Awards, presented by Megan
Megan the Stallion.
No, Gojo the Stallion. That's her name. Gojo the Stallion.
Megan Gojo.
Megan the greatest sorcerer of all
Megan
time.
Satoru Gojo.
Y'all, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Megan, she when she pulled up in the Gojo fit, I was like, girl,
Bruh, let me tell you something.
You're starting to creep up to my top 3 right now. And my top
Real
3 has not changed in many years. So
real fast.
You better cut it out. But this year we had the Anime Awards presented to you by Megan Thee Stallion, who was dressed up by one of a famous JoJo's character, what is phenomenal. But of course, Anime of the Year was Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
Hidden inventory, to be exact.
Yes.
So like it wasn't the Shibuya arc that got Anime of the Year. It was Hidden Inventory. Like insane. A prequel, right? In the season got Anime of the Year.
And I'm letting you know, like y'all think this season was heavy. Next season,
oh man,
I want people to like. I'm not no spoilers, but Maki,
yeah,
you're going to see why I love muscle mommies. You're going to see Sean has a type, and I know where this Negro is going. You're going to see why Nick Perry has. I love muscle mommies. Gosh. Like, please crush me.
Gosh. Snoo.
Please, please. Best continuing anime, One Piece. Best new series, Chainsaw Man. No disrespect to Chainsaw Man, you did great, but people were saying it was going to be the next greatest thing, even the manga sense. Where has it been? Where has it been? Oh, silence.
So, okay. I just want to ask: do you think that they're going to follow the manga,
They have
or
to.
do you think they're going to do something different because the manga is not doing as great as it was?
Well, because they didn't finish. They didn't finish the first arc. I mean, the first like entirety of Chainsaw Man in the anime. So they're going to wrap that up. They're going to do the first story. If they keep to the source material of the first story, they'll be fine. They'll be okay. It's this new shit that they got coming out, and it's terrible. There's nothing going on right now.
That
So
sucks.
yeah, it's
That sucks to hear, for real. As a anime watcher, not really a manga reader, I have high hopes for Chainsaw Man. Like that shit is fucking dope. But
it's okay.
I've been hearing for quite a while that they've been slipping. So
You know what? And I'm saying this live. And I'm glad it's just us two. I'm gonna continue the rewards, but I'm glad it's just us two, so I can say this to you.
oh boy, here we go.
Blue Vortex is a 7 out of 10. It's not bad.
What?
It's not bad. It's a 7 out of 10.
Shit.
They animate that.
Glad I
It's gonna
got
do
this
what?
recorded.
Yeah, it's a 7 out of 10. I will give it a 7. I find it entertaining. Like the first entirety of Boruto is shit. But these last 4 chapters of Blue Vortex has been on point. I cannot
Listen.
I'd be a hater if I said it was.
This is where, in my opinion, Blue Vortex picks up with the same type of energy that the Pain arc picks up with.
I can
It's
see
a
that.
lot of gangster shit going on right now. And
I-
it's a lot of questions being asked. We don't necessarily know what's what, how things are transpiring, where the hell Sasuke is. You know what I mean? Like it's a kind of not a cracked mirror, but it's maybe a foggy mirror, in my opinion, to the Pain arc. You know what I'm saying? We got these unknown enemies coming out. We don't know their jutsu. We don't know, any of their attributes for real. We have some known enemies, but like we know that they're not huge players anymore.
Right. True.
So like, yeah, bro, it's really feeling like the Pain arc, and I'm really excited to see exactly what they're cooking up.
Most definitely. I'm not
for
going.
Boruto.
Yeah, I'm not going to dwell on that, but I want to say that publicly to you. Best film, Suzumi. Best original anime, Buddy Daddies. I'm curious on that one.
I haven't seen it.
I'm curious on that one. Best, sorry. Best animation, of course, Demon Slayer. Best character design, Jujutsu Kaisen. Best director, Jujutsu
For which
Kaisen.
character was that for?
Yuji.
For Yuji. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Best director, Jujutsu Kaisen. Best art direction, Demon Slayer. Best cinematography, of course, Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. Best comedy, Spy Family. I love that. Best action, Jujutsu Kaisen. Best fantasy, Demon Slayer. Best drama,
Jujutsu Kaisen.
No. Surprisingly, Attack on Titan final season, part 1.
Yes. I agree. That is hella dramatic.
Yeah, it is. Emo Aaron.
Boy, when they shot Gabby. I hate Gabby as much as I do Abby.
We're not going to talk about that. I will give it that title. Dramatic. Best main character, Monkey D. Luffy.
Yeah.
Best supporting character, Satoru Gojo.
Gojo.
There's that. Best score, Attack on Titan. I can respect that. Best opening sequence.
I downloaded the album, so yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Best ending sequence, Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm letting y'all know right now, Mashle is going to sweep this year. Unless, I don't know, Kaiju number 8 got some fucking guys making up their opening and ending. If they don't hit, Mashle's probably going to sweep that area. So
I'm trying to think what other. I think there's another one that's really dope that came out this year. Is it Feirin Ren? It's either Feirin Ren or Shangri-La Frontier.
I forgot Shangri-La Frontier is really good.
Shangri-La Frontier's opening is dope.
I love it. This year's Anime Awards is actually going to be difficult because Shangri-La Frontiers is really, really good. It looks
It is.
very amazing.
It
Um,
is.
I Solo Leveling might sweep too because Solo Leveling is really good
Mm.
to the point. I mean, they're following the
Facts.
manga panel by panel. This year's Demon Slayer is not going to be as great as everyone's think it's going to be because they're building up for the climax and then
Right.
everything that follows after that.
Yeah, this is the penultimate season, and then
Yeah,
we get the ultimate season,
yeah,
the ending season next season.
yeah. It's wrapping up. Kaiju number 8. I'm letting you Negroes know now. Me and Aiden have been talking about this shit for the longest. Prepare for peak fiction.
I have been preparing myself for Kaiju number 8. I'm very interested to see what they
Prepare
do.
for peak fiction. When they I'm letting y'all
As
know right
long
now.
as it's not another what was that shit that they came out with recently where they had two people controlling the mechs?
No, it's none of that,
No,
my boy.
as long as it's not that.
There's no mechs. There are kaijus, aka Godzilla's walking around looking for smoke, and then there's these niggas who have weapons that are also bringing smoke, saying my gas is better than your mid, so let's go ahead and handle this and go about our day. I love Kaiju number 8, but what I'm waiting for
Fire.
is when they announce Sakamoto days. I'm going to keep preaching
Sakamoto
this.
Days is gonna be dope.
There's going to be fire. So, but with that, I believe before I go on a tangent on manga, I believe in the anime sequence. We're starting to get a lot of celebrities who are tied to the anime world, like Megan Thee Stallion,
Yeah.
who have that platform. And I am now Instagram famous. I made a comment that now has 1,200 likes.
Damn.
Y'all have to talk to me nice now, um, because
What comment
it's
was this?
it was the one I showed yesterday. Put it in the chat.
Okay, okay.
Just saying that she's a huge. I mean, Megan is a huge anime fan. She supports it. She cosplays. She talks about it. She's not our age, but she's she watches a lot of the main shonen shows. It's okay. She's a fan of all those, and she fucks with JoJo's. You have to be a
Right.
huge anime fan to fuck with JoJo's. Not your
Facts.
regular person's gonna mess with JoJo's. I thought JoJo's was weird because season 1 was not good. And then I got into season 3 and I love JoJo's.
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought season 1 was fire.
I hated season 1 outside of Dio. Like Dio
No,
was my
Dio was pimping.
pimping. Like
Dio was absolutely pimping.
fuck with Dio, but everybody else, bro, I hated season 1. But it
I
was
thought Jonathan was cool too, though. As a like
I
protagonist,
hated Jonathan.
he was a blue Boy Scout. You know what I'm
I
saying? Like
hated
I'm a
that man.
Superman fan. Like
Clearly you liked him because of that aspect. I hated Jonathan. No. That man could have left and he would not been missed. But I think my personal opinion, I think for just JoJo's in general,
yeah,
if they did just fashion with JoJo's, man, I think JoJo's is peak anime and fashion because their sense is just outlandish. And then my daughter has a pose like Jolene in Stone Ocean. So I'm like,
Jolene is hard.
and my wife loves JoJo, so it's really good. And I'm getting quite annoyed with the standard of like what is a true anime fan, like a huge anime fan. Because you have to see what different takes are. Like, okay, some people don't like mech, people don't like big robots. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
People don't like just action packed shonen, type of anime. Like you have to be a connoisseur. And a lot of people give my boy Aiden Anime Academics a hard time, but he loves the genre. He loves all aspects of anime. He has his opinions on it, but when I say this man consumes so much anime that he can talk about it because he loves it, that to me is like the pinnacle of an anime connoisseur because he's going to watch it, he's going to break it down, he's going to do the research of it. Like if you're not on that point, I don't believe you can tell somebody who's a huge fan or not because he's going to go from the artist, studios, the backstory, and actually learn like, oh, okay, this guy wrote this as well. That is what I think is peak anime fans. But be a huge fan, Meg is making it okay to be a badass woman to do cosplay and openly talk about anime. We're finally there, y'all. Like let it go. If you're just a regular Dragon Ball Z fan, and I'm sorry, you're just a casual, I want you to shut the fuck up. I want you to shut the fuck up. Like, we get it. Goku big booms, all that. Like Dragon Ball, it is
Bro, I'm so
huge.
tired of seeing that, man. And I know it's not going to stop. Let me just
Never gonna
start by
stop.
saying it's not going to stop. And I understand it's not going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
But I am so tired of seeing, can he beat Goku? Like, or even can he beat Superman? I'm tired of seeing that too, honestly. Like, bro, let these characters live in their verse. Like, in a lot of anime, the characters that you're mentioning aren't even the strongest in their verse. So, like, trying to bring them from their verse to Goku's verse is irrelevant in the first place. In the very first place, it's irrelevant. Like, I am tired. I am so tired of these verses. Now, there are some good ones, like Roni Kenshin versus Kenpachi. I think that would be fire.
Well,
I really
well,
do. But
well,
Kenpachi's gonna kill him.
easily, like
he's
easily.
gonna he's gonna murder. He's gonna murder him. But I think it would be fire up until a point. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are good fights that they mention, but we gotta stop mentioning Goku and Superman. We
For
have
real,
to.
for real.
Like, as the culture, so we can progress.
I want the culture to make good versus battles because I said something to Sean Stream the other day that I thought was absolutely hilarious. It was that who is the fastest? The
Bruh.
Flash versus Quicksilver versus Makira, I believe, and A
Mhm.
Train.
Why is A Train in that
I
list?
have no. I don't know. We've already. Quicksilver cannot travel through time. The
Why
Flash can travel through time.
why are they even, why is this even a list, bro? Like,
I don't
that,
know. I'm pit. I've never been so annoyed in my entire life seeing this shit, and I'm like,
bro.
you have to
Yeah.
stop it.
Exactly,
You
Ray.
have
Exactly.
to stop it.
Yeah, bro. We have to move on. There are so many more characters that we could do versus battles with. And there's a page on Instagram I follow. I can't remember the name right now, but they do like the like 2D pixelated battles with different characters.
Yeah.
Like, I seen a Batman and Spider-Man one. That shit was so
Um.
fire, bro. That
There's a
shit, and Spider-Man won, right? Because I mean, Batman's only human at the end of the day,
with
but
no with
like,
no powers.
with no powers. But he was putting up the mitters, my boy. Like, if there is a representation of peak human ability, they showcase it with Batman. Like, it's dope. It's dope. And I think that
What the
fights
fuck is
like
that
that,
called?
like Nightwing versus Nightcrawler. Oh my gosh. That would be that would be a crazy fight. These are just things that I'm popping off the top of my head
Static
without
Shock
mentioning.
versus
Oh,
Miles Morales.
bruh,
Like, give me that. Like Miles, or
bruh.
a swordsman battle, a true swordsman battle, Afro Samurai versus Kenshin. Put these two niggas in one standoff with swordsmanship. None of that extra shit. These are two humans,
Man.
and I'm talking about the Batosai. None of that reverse blade sword. I'm talking
Right,
about killer mentality. Make it
right.
interesting. I'm like, damn, this style versus that style, where it can go either way. I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm not the
saying,
biggest
bro.
Superman fan. No one's beating this nigga.
That nobody.
He's putting limitation on himself. I've seen him pull the universe. Until I can see someone
Pull the
pull planet,
universe.
he pulled planets. And he pulled multiple planets. I don't know if you ever weighed a planet, but to me it seems as a scale of heavy as fuck. So
Scale of heavy as fuck.
so
Bro, there, even in the new comics, he benched the earth for 5 days straight and didn't stop, had one bead of sweat. Like, what are we talking about? Can we
I,
leave Superman
I
alone?
seen a nigga struggle with 405. He said, I'm finna lift this bitch
And
until I'm tired.
bro, and the I just recently saw um the creator of Invincible said that Omni Man would wipe Superman like nothing.
And
Are
you seen my
you
comment.
serious?
He will the only way he beats Superman if it's Clark Kent and he's a human in
Are
Omni's
you,
Van's universe. That's the only
bruh,
fucking way.
bruh.
But I know,
Like,
I know somebody that's stronger than Superman. It just popped in my mind.
bro, there's so many people stronger than Superman.
But this person's a human.
Are you talking about Saitama?
No, Lois Lane's cheeks.
Here you go. Unhinged. Unhinged Perry is here.
Imagine
y'all.
Superman giving her back shots and she's just taking that shit. With
a kryptonite butt plug, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So Lois Lane is just, she has to, imagine that coochie has powers.
Oh my God.
Superman been pounding her with the force of 7 suns.
Listen.
And she's just taking it. And she gave birth to this nigga's child.
Bruh. I'm saying, like, but I mean, you gotta put Lois Lane up against Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi is taking Saiyan, like,
Chi-Chi took Super Saiyan, you know what I'm saying, and came out with Goten.
Right, like
That's all
Gohan and Goten. Like
no, I'm saying when they were training to fight Cell.
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
you know what I mean? And and Goku was Super Saiyan for like 6 months, a year straight, whatever that they trained for.
You know what? We should do a versus battle of the strongest. We need a versus. Like, who has the strongest arch game between Chi-Chi and Lois Lane? Who can withstand the power of these? Because I mean, when you think about it, because I'm sorry, y'all, this is the I don't know what our duo's going to call, but this is Unhinged Podcast. But if you think about it, like, their significant others, these are super beings that are flying in space and punching sentient beings with the force of God. Bruh. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said,
with the elementals.
You know what I'm saying? So we're all men of culture here. You know what I'm saying? Be it what you are. But we have been giving back shots to women for quite some years. And when we get to that point, there's no, I'm finna go gentle here and go, no, I'm going to take you to Pound Town. Yeah. So when it's time for them to take them to Pound Town, imagine them taking them to Pound Town. It just douche.
Pelvises of steel.
Pelvis, like, evaporate.
of antimatter.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous. So,
oh God.
So until our next topic of today, Sony has let go of a good amount of people, between their 900 people of their respective studios. Not Activision. I'm sorry. Of Naughty Dog. What was the other 3 studios?
I don't even know, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I just know Naughty Dog was there. Santa Monica. And then I think it was a Gorilla as well, because of Horizon, as a total of 900 people losing their job. And to tie this in as well, the creators of Spyro and Crash Bandicoot left Activision and are starting to they started their own solo studio. They're indie studio. So there's a lot of moves going on in the gaming industry. And just like I said with Microsoft, I'm gonna say it about Sony, you are making it extremely hard for these creators and developers to keep their dream alive of becoming game creators. And with the news of the creators of Spyro and Crash creating their indie studio, you're going to start seeing a lot of these big time AAA developers say, I'm done with this. I'm going to my own indie studio where they can get crowdfunding, because they've seen it happen. When you look at Larian Studio, they collected a whole new wave of people, a whole new demographic of individuals who are now into Dungeons and Dragons type of gameplay, and they get the fan support. And then for me, and I believe for you and other people, if you produce what we love, we'll spend the money, we'll support it, we'll buy the DLC, we'll buy some cosmetics, we'll make that game tailored to what we love to see and support it like no other. So
I mean, let's be real. A lot of these studios, not the ones that we've named, but a lot of these studios are putting out shit, and they just putting out whatever, and we're buying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are still buying it. Take what was that? The one, oh my god, I can't even think right now. I'm fucking high. There was a game that came out for one day. And then they like were like, "Oh, we just took y'all money, our bad,"
Oh,
and then paid off some bills and shit. Like,
it was
are you
that
dead?
it was that it was that one game that everyone knew was going to be shit. I know exactly
It
who
was
you're
gonna
talking.
be shit anyway, but like people still bought it.
Oh, because
People
they
still
knew
bought it.
they knew it was going to be shit.
People still bought Gotham Knights. We knew it was gonna be shit. People still bought it. We knew that Suicide Squad was gonna be shit from the moment we saw the game. We knew it. And people are still buying it. They're still playing it. They're still buying the cosmetics. They're waiting for season 2. Yes, thank you, Ray. The day after.
The damn
The
yeah.
day after, bro. That came out for one day. They took everybody's money and paid off their bills.
Indeed.
And then closed the studio and was like, damn.
But we kind of seen, because when you when you looked up the development process for the day after, you kind of start seeing like, this ain't what y'all promised, and you're starting to show demos and you keep repeating the same assets and the same walkthrough over and over. We're kind of seeing where this is heading. But when it comes to like Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad, though it was Marvel was a Marvel Avengers game.
Yeah.
We kind of seen where that game was going, but at least they produced a video game. These motherfuckers produced a tutorial on how to put assets in video games and scam people. So, but we are talking about individuals who have they have the portfolio, they have the resume. Say, I worked here. Not only did I work here, I led the team to develop the games that you guys love so much. We're leaving the AAA aspect and we're going indie. And that's where I want to head to, where I think we're, as a country, as a collective of people, where we're going to start making our own communities and start working with each other and leaving the big name people out of it. Like, we don't need you. We have the tools and resources to support what we love and keep it going. Will it be harder? Sure. Will it take a little bit longer? Absolutely. But we understand now that if our fans love it, we're going to go ahead and play and put it out there. Now, if you want to get behind us and support that, that's fine. But they're going to start negotiating where, like, you cannot tell us the time frame of this video game. You're not going to overwork us. And then we're going to keep our people that's a part of our community happy by allowing them to either come in the office or stay at home and work together and produce the things that people love. Because when you're looking at it as well, GTA 6 is going through hell right now. They're forcing everyone to come back to office.
Everybody in April.
Everybody
got to be in
everyone.
office.
And it's like,
which is crazy, bro. They're about to have, I think that they're literally doing this so they don't have to lay off people, because people are going to quit. You know what I mean? Like, work at home has gotten too comfortable for a lot of people's lifestyle. Those individuals who have kids, those individuals who have people that they take care of at home who may be sick. You know what I'm saying? Those individuals who need multiple side hustles just to make sure that they can maintain their living situation and not get evicted and have food on the table and be able to have lights and heat and water, you know what I'm saying? Gas in their car. Like, a lot of people that work from home now have another side hustle that they're probably doing at the same time. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because we're in the office, productivity is going to increase because you're looking down our throats and you got these cameras in the sky and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a lie.
Yeah, productivity is going to fucking increase.
That's a
but
lie.
Like,
statistically, that's a lie.
That's why I have quotations. You know what I'm saying? But like, they're going to pump those numbers up as high as they can when they bring those people back to the office. And oh yeah, it's a security breach because they've already had some information leaked about GTA 6. Bro, you knew this shit was happening. It's been happening to every other studio. Rockstar, you are not any different. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have shitty security, you're going to have shitty security. If you're going to pay for shit because you want to put money in other people's pockets as far as like bonuses and all this other shit, which is really what it comes down to with all these different layoffs, they're not getting the bonuses that they saw in 2019 because of the pandemic in 2020, 2021, and half of 2022. So in 2023, they started laying people off so that they can get those residual bonuses that they missed out on over the last 2.5 to 3 years and continue their lifestyle with their new Bentleys, their new
But
Lamborghinis, and whatever stocks they want to
but
buy.
but I mean,
Like
when,
that's what it is, because you got to look at the stock market too, bro.
yeah.
Their stocks are going up as they're laying these people off, which
Mhm.
means that whoever is the hedge funds of these stocks, they're getting the bonuses that they probably were missing out on when
Yeah.
all the stocks were falling. So that's what I'm saying, bro. And bro, I know it's like a bigger conspiracy. You can't tell me that this is just coming out because businesses aren't doing the numbers that they projected, because that's the excuse that they use. But
Mm.
really, in my real God honest opinion, bro, it's definitely because they're not getting the money that they received in bonuses and stock options and all that other shit. And they're cutting out the little people, the people that they feel like don't matter. But that's the people that make your game. That's the people that are actually connected with the community and are listening to the community and making sure that the games that you make do make the money that you're making. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not going to take care of the little person, at some point you're gonna get your company's gonna fail, bro. Your
Yeah.
company's gonna fail.
And just on a bigger scale, statistically speaking, they're wrong. When you look at productivity, working from home, numbers went up. People are understanding that they can do more, and individuals are starting. They learn so much of work-life balance that boundaries have been set. Boundaries of saying, "I will do this. I will work my 9 to 5." Now, when you look at it statistically again, a lot of people are taking these numbers from specific companies where they're saying, well, people who work from home don't get up out their chair as much as they do in the office. Well, because in the office, I'm getting away from work because this shit is stressing me out. While I'm at
Right.
home, I can sit at my desk longer because I have my TV going, I have music going, I'm
Exactly.
comfortable, and I can knock this
Exactly.
stuff out. I'm able to produce good work. And then when you look
At
at
my
it
own
at
pace.
my own pace, and when you look at this work, when you look at these numbers statistically, you're producing some of the highest numbers of profit that you've ever done. So you are upset because the investments that you've made in these areas, as such as Zoom or your real estate in these buildings, aren't
Yep.
what you thought were as um,
They're
beneficial
not
to
as
your pockets.
lucrative.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
But when we go back to the office, we're still doing Zoom calls. We're
Yep.
still doing virtual calls. We're still only connecting through Slack, be it
Yep.
Trello or whatever you do, for these types of environments. So there's no type of excuse when it comes to productivity. Now, when it comes to things of security, I can understand a little bit more depending on what you have out there. Now, for individual, like it's very easy to breach security if you're looking at it in any aspect. So if I'm bored, well, I'm not gonna put it out there, but if someone is bored and you work at Sally Mae, for example, I have access to people's social security numbers. I can
Right. Right.
write social security numbers down. I can use them later. Or if I have access to other means of people's information, there it's untraceable where I can screenshot it on my phone and
Right.
write it like it down. I can do that in the office. I can do that at home. I can do that anywhere. If you want your information to be secure where it's not being pushed out there, one, make sure you have up a system where you trace who has access to it so you can pinpoint who is going to. Two, make sure that you're treating the people well where they don't want to
Right.
leak your shit. And
Right.
then you have to have a contingency plan when that shit happens because it's going to happen.
Like, you really just gotta pay people, man. You really just gotta pay people.
You got stop
And
being shitty individuals. Like, bro, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, for me being an entrepreneur, the money I want to make, I'm going to make. I can make 250 a year and I can do everything that I want in this world and be fine. I can travel how I want. I can go on vacation how I want. I can throw as many ones that I want. There's nothing that what the hell do like I'm
yeah,
not in it's
yeah,
these bigger people in these companies ownership. You're in this rat race instead of allowing these people to pay them livable wages where they can enjoy them. But on the side of, if I have a business, I'm not going to put my people in areas where it's financially doesn't make sense. Like, get
Right.
the fuck out of California. This shit is expensive.
Bro,
Get the
for
fuck out
real.
of there.
For real. For real.
Be
And
in,
I
like, go.
moving to Arizona. Stop. Stop.
It's not
Stop
cheap.
moving to Arizona. It's not cheap here.
It's not cheap. Like, you have
Like
to be,
you really, and not saying you got to go out the country or anything like that, but like you really got to start looking at other options when it comes to like where you want to station headquarters at, because the West Coast is not it anymore, bro. It's so expensive out there, and that plays a huge part into your real estate budget. You know what I mean? Like that's money that you could be giving to your workers. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Not the CEOs, not the executives. That's money you could be giving to your workers, not fucking pizza parties and shit, man.
fuck a
Like
pizza party. Like,
like
imagine,
that shit is high school. We're not in high school. We're
oh,
grown men.
I will say come to Indy, but I enjoy mountain views now, so I'm never coming back. But I will say this: imagine having an office in areas where you have beautiful scenery. Like,
Right.
you can go to Colorado, you can go to Oregon. Like, you have these areas where you can see, like, the office is here. One, also be able to expand the internet. Stop monopolizing the internet. Like, Cox is being sued for I think about $39 billion because they had hidden fees in their bills that they sent to us.
I'm waiting on the link so I can file
My
my
claim,
claim.
and I called up there. I'm like, so this bill that you done sent me,
I'm
let's,
waiting.
how you want to negotiate it, Playboy? Because I follow um AT&T. Your asses is about to come down
Yup.
too.
Yup.
You need to learn. Like, you better do your thing. So, but Ray, to have business out there, you want to make it make sense, and you want to be able to pay these people as well. Hello, sickness. Your name will not be who it is. Your name is sickness. You are the third to have it.
Lazarus.
Exactly. So
We got Lazarus in the building.
exactly. So with that, we had, the layoffs altogether hurt in the tech industry. Sony, you have to do better.
Yep.
Budget these games a lot
All of you.
better.
All of you have to do better.
All of you, stop spending so much money and shit. Like, get behind these studios. Like,
They're spending it on AI and all this other stupid ass shit that they have no business spending it on.
like
And all these people are losing their livelihoods. If they don't have a 401k, if they don't have any sort of savings set up, you know what I'm saying? Like these people are losing it right
losing it.
now.
And to the developers out there, I feel for y'all, and do what you see a lot of these AAA big names are doing. Go indie. Go
Go indie.
indie, and a lot of people are going to support you.
I
Quick,
wish Bungie had stayed indie, bro. I wish they had stayed indie now. Because now I fear for their future. You know what I'm saying? Like just as a franchise, as a not as a franchise, but as a studio. Like if they don't do well with this final shape, bro, it's
Sony's
probably gonna be a wrap for a lot of the projects that they have coming up.
Sony
You know what I
coming through
mean?
with the hammer.
And the cash cow is gonna get taken over by the corporate juggernaut.
Sony is coming through
Oh,
with the hammer.
like y'all got to do something, and it's not looking good. Like they don't have a lot of fucking pre-orders right now. I think they have like 25% of what they have for Lightfall. So, like, and I don't know, man. It's gonna be very interesting coming up. Speaking of layoffs, they didn't terminated the EA Star
Yes,
Wars game, bro.
not
Like,
terminated. Not terminated. I was going to put both these together because I believe it's a great point. It hurts for the EA Star Wars game being canceled, but I think
bruh.
the Bandai canceling the Trash Chainsaw Man game is all what we wanted. We did not want another arena fighter like you did with fucking Demon
You trying
Slayer.
to say they had to balance the force? Is
They
that what you
had to
saying?
balance the force
No,
with
fam.
with the good. We had to balance it with, I mean, with the bad going. We had to sacrifice some good. So I'm sorry,
Bruh.
EA, and the people who are looking forward to it. But for this to go forward, we had to get rid of this bullshit ass chainsaw game with all my heart. I swear to God, bro. Like people want to say Demon Slayer game was fun. I'm like, it's just a reskin Naruto game. Like I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's a reskin.
It was.
Like if you do anything with this fucking game, make it into a Dragon Ball Fighters, and then you have parry.
Nah, they're not gonna do that.
Exactly. So don't fucking do it at all. Don't fucking do it at all.
But that rollback on Dragon Ball Fighters. Have you tested it yet?
Yeah, I have. I still got my pink threat level.
Oh, okay.
So I was on some Bernie Mac shit though. I was like, this is what he was showing Wanda the belt. This is an ass kicking weapon of destruction. Mm-hmm. And I was yellow level where you just crack it, and the orange thread level when you whip it and you start talking in tongue and you start. I done told you that. And then I'm red thread level. So I was on the 6 o'clock news beating the shit out of this person. It took me a minute to learn my combos, but once I got comfortable.
Yeah, as soon as you get comfortable.
Oh, yeah. I was like, it was a red thread level.
It's a wrap.
But yeah, man, like, so there's a lot of cancellations because a lot of, like we stated with with Sony laying these people off in Microsoft, money isn't there to get behind a lot of these development stories. And right now, in my honest opinion, we are, as a whole at Blerd Lines Media, we are not the ones to focus on just being the first to put it out. We want to be the first to put out a product that understands the game that we're playing. We're not going to finish a game in a weekend because we have other things to do, but we want to actually dive and involve ourselves in a game where we can actually talk about it. Well, no, I actually feel this. Like I'm having fun with it. Like for me, I'm just now starting Final Fantasy 16. I fucking love this game. I'm still playing through Alan Wake 2. I fucking love that game. Persona 3. There's so many games out here that I don't want to feel like I'm being rushed to get through them. I'm gonna take my time. And for like right now, Pac, we got so many games coming out and that's already out that like I'm cool. Take that shit back.
I'm good. Y'all can have the Chainsaw Man Arena Fighter. But you should have kept that Star Wars game.
Balance.
I'm so mad.
Balance
to the Force.
Balance to the
Damn
Force.
It.
You know balance must be had in the Force. Because imagine not having balance and they produce something of equal shit just to come out. Then you'd be upset. Like you're spending your money on Mortal Kombat 1 or...
But Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth
is phenomenal, and that bitch looks great. I cannot wait to ignore y'all.
Yeah. I haven't gotten it yet, but I've seen it played. King Oops was playing it on his channel. It was really dope. I definitely need to check it out. Man, But you need to check out Dune.
Yeah, Dune. So Dune, hold on. Fuck that. When Dune 1 came out, I was telling everybody, watch this bitch. I was the first to put Nick. Give me my credit. Don't fucking chastise me, man. Are you trying to quote the book to me? I was there when they wrote it.
Dune 2 is cinema. Okay?
Fucking quote the
literal
text to me.
Cinema. All right. This dude, the director really stepped his game up from Dune 1. Like, you have to see it either on IMAX or Dolby Cinema. I do not recommend seeing it in digital. I absolutely do not recommend seeing Dune 2 in digital. You need to see it in either IMAX or Dolby Cinema. It is imperative that you get the full scope of what Paul is about to do. Like, yo, the worms, the CGI, the choreography of the fighting, the emotional tugs, right? All of it encompass a really fire portrayal of what is already written in the book. You know what I'm saying? And they do go off the rails a little bit,
Fine.
but it's so close to the source material that like
It's allowed to happen. It's like
like it's peak. It's
it,
literal peak, bro.
it's like
It
when I think it's like when Star Wars first came out with their first fucking trilogy, right?
mm-hmm,
Oh,
mm-hmm,
okay. Talk about
mm-hmm.
tell me to go see Dune.
So
I can't
so
believe you fucking said that.
so I'm telling everybody to go see Doom because I really want to see it again.
Okay.
Like it's really good. It's really good. The villain is fire. Like Chani, of course, Zendaya, fire. Her acting, peak. You know what I'm
She's gonna
saying?
grow up into a phenomenal actress, and I love her
Bro,
fucking resume already.
peak,
I love her
peak.
as I'm a fan of
Like,
her.
like at the end, I'm like, damn, man. Like I feel for Chani, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do, feel me? So, like, without spoilers or anything, because it's still fresh, you feel me? This movie has really gotten me interested in the series.
Good.
So, I am absolutely excited about Dune Messiah.
Are you going to read the ancient text now?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Or at least listen to it on like an audiobook or something like that.
It's
Like,
fine.
it is really fucking good. And I like the political aspect of it. You know what I
There you
mean?
go. Yes.
It's very Games of Thrones-y.
Yes. But in the
When it
future.
comes to yes, in space. And we're dealing with drugs. Well, not drugs, but yeah, drugs. That are used to power space shuttles. And whoever controls this entire planet literally controls the universe, bro. We're about to start a holy war. And the way that like the Fremen are depicted and their culture, it ties in with a lot of different culture that we know of. You know what I mean?
Excuse
I
me.
love the way that like the costumes are set up, bro. It is very like it reminds you like of Tatooine on a
Yes.
Star Wars front, but at the same time, you know you're just in a different part of a galaxy. You know what I'm saying?
It's beautiful.
And bro, the Harkonnens, bro, we get like just more insight on their world, bro. Just the cinematography from going to color to black and white to color. Oh my gosh, bro. Like the way that the movie is directed and the way that they shot it, I think is peak fiction.
That's good.
Sounds like they're all in on the source material. This is good. Yes. Yes. I from what I understand, I haven't read the books, but from what I understand, it is fire.
Right.
So
Good Lord. But yes. Sean, what not to wrap it up as quickly as possible, but what would you give
hmm,
Dunes 2 on, on a scale of 1 to 10 on the Blerd Lines Media?
I've really been thinking about this.
Ooh,
And I give it a solid 8 out of 10.
okay. That's fair.
I give
That's
it a
fair.
solid 8 out of 10. I want to give it higher, and for that reason, I think I'm going to watch it the second time to see if I give it a higher rating.
Mm,
It's very long.
that's what she
It's
said.
very long. It's like in-game long.
That's what she said. Pause.
But it's it tells story in a much faster way than Dune 1 did. And that's how you can tell that the director has grown, like, as a director. You know what I mean? Like, it tells the story at a quicker pace, but not at a pace that you don't understand what the hell is going on. And then the cinematography as a whole, I think, has, like, reached a different level from what it was in Dune 1. So, just looking at the shots And like I said, how they move from black and white to color. Oh my gosh. Like, you don't even notice it until you're there. You know what I'm saying? Watch it.
Nice. So with that, any recommend? Well, we have to go into our segment because I have husband duties today. I have to go with my wife to go get her eyelashes done, and we, like everyone that is married or dating, me and my wife still date, and today's our special 2-week date, and I'm taking her out to go get something to eat, and then I have homework. So it's time for recommendations. I will go first.
Yeah.
I recommend you niggas watch Shogun and Ninja Kamui. That is it. That is fucking all. You sit your ass in your chair, you shut the fuck up, you put the sound speaker on, and you zone out into peak fiction. You watch good political aspect of Chinese culture. Japanese. Yeah, Shogun. They're warriors. Sorry. They're Japanese. Yeah. Shogun. You'll sit there and indulge in that and fights of the samurai spirit. And then you'll watch Ninja Kamui, and then you just see niggas dropping like bodies. Niggas dropping like flies. So with that being Sean, please put these wings on blast for your recommendation.
Man, my recommendation: enjoy things. Let other people enjoy things.
Say that again. Say that shit again.
Enjoy things and let other people enjoy things.
Yeah. My nigga.
That's my recommendation.
My boy. So with that being said, I want to thank everyone for pulling up. Ray Clark, my boy Sickness, my boy
Lazarus,
T Will, my boy Messy, Twilight. I want to thank everyone for pulling up. Appreciate y'all. Our Unhinged podcast with me and Shy. If you ever see us two together, understand we're going to start the show extremely raunchy and extremely dirty. That's what we do because we have no responsible individuals here. He's sick, and since he's out, we got the substitute teacher and the sub here. It's cool in the motherfucker. So love that.
Shit, principal told us to go to study hall. I don't know what you talking about.
I don't know, for real. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Keith Lee. Thank you for coming to Arizona. Please don't eat no more strawberry wings. I don't know why the fuck that's on the menu, but
apparently Tampico is next. So Tampico wings, anyone?
Pull up to the Perry House if y'all want some fire ass wings. I don't charge too much. Just pull up, eat some good fucking food. Keith Lee, if you ever see this, bro, I cook my ass off. I don't charge nothing. I don't run a business. I just like barbecuing, brother. Sean, any final words for the people?
Nah, just enjoy things.
Enjoy things. Say less. So with that being said, we will see y'all next week. Announcement: Guard Impact is on the 30th of March. We're thinking of a theme, so be on the lookout in the Discord, and we're going to start sending out emails to those that are part of the website who signed up, and look out on the website for updates as well. Again, thank you for everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. It is March Madness, so let's get it going. You guys deserve the heartiest of gangs. Later days. Before I fucking go, I have to take the meanest coffee shit possible.
Here you go. Somebody always gotta do something.